guys, welcome to Cooking with Kobe episode 2. Today we're going to be making some pumpkin muffins. Alright, so I've never made muffins before, but I looked up some recipes online. I did kind of a mixture of some human recipes that I saw, some dog recipes that I saw, and picked out some ingredients that I like for Kobe and that I know he likes, and a few things that I just know are good for dogs in general. Okay, so I'm going to go over some of these ingredients that we're going to be doing. So we've got some cinnamon, oats, which are always a really great ingredient for dog products. Some 100% pure pumpkin. Make sure it's not pumpkin pie filling. It has to be pure pumpkin. You don't want added sugar. Unsweetened applesauce. Again, no added sugar. We're using this in place of an egg. I have some flax seeds, which I've never used before, and I've already ground some up for myself in the blender. They say that, I've done a little bit of research, and they say that ground flaxseed is what's good for dogs. Okay, so we're using that. And then I've got some whole wheat flour, which from what I've read, whole wheat flour is totally okay for your dog. It's great for your dog, as long as they don't have a designated wheat allergy. So if your dog has a wheat allergy, I suggest using oat flour. So just grind your own oats in the blender and use the exact same amount that I recommend for the wheat flour. And then I've got some coconut oil for my fat here. And coconut oil, they say, is good for a dog's skin and coat. All right, and I'm gonna be making them in my fun silicone paw molds. I think there's gonna be a little too much for this mold, so I do have a bone mold as well. And these can be purchased in the link tree in our bio. The exact ones that we bought from Amazon, we've just linked them there in case you want to try the same ones. Okay, so we're gonna get started with our 1 cup of pumpkin here. Again, it's 100% pure pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling. All right. So I'm adding 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened applesauce. Here's a 1/2 cup here. Don't get any ideas, mister. Yeah, that's right. I've got 1/4 cup of applesauce. So I'm using this in place of an egg. I've read that this is a good substitution for an egg. And we know that Kobe likes to taste test. So I want to make sure there's nothing raw in here that he can't eat. Just in case he gets a little like, here, you want some applesauce, bud? Good boy. So we're going to be adding 4 tablespoons of coconut oil here for our fat component. I just melted mine in the microwave a little bit just so that it's easier to mix. So that's all my wet ingredients, and I'm just going to mix those together right now. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Now I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of my ground flaxseed. Now I'm adding 1 cup of my whole wheat flour. Again, if your dog has a wheat sensitivity, you can use oat flour. Okay. Are we eating our apron? Sit up. Alright, I'm going to mix this in a little bit here. And last but not least, we're adding about 1/3 cup of oats. Okay, relax. No, excuse you. No. Sit. You stay all the way back there. No, no, no. Okay, sit. Stay. Boy. Alright. So, our dough is quite thick, actually, which I've heard is pretty normal for muffins. Like I said, I haven't really made too many muffins in my day for humans or dogs. It's pretty thick, but I think that's pretty normal. They're going to be cut. No! You're not going to be allowed up here soon, mister. No, you stay. Alright, so I'm just going to start spooning these into my mold. Alright, I'm going to let Kobe have a quick lick of the spatula just to keep him happy. I don't want him counter surfing. If you're being bad, you're not going to get to sit up here anymore. Okay. Alright. So, sit. If you're going to use one of these silicone paw molds like this, or any silicone mold, I highly suggest having it on top of some sort of pan that you can move. Sit. Because these are really flimsy, and when you try to pick them up, without something hard underneath them. Oh, Kobe's leaving. He doesn't want to hang out with us anymore. Don't even think about it. When you go to try to move a silicone mold without something hard underneath it, it's flimsy and you might spill the batter out. So I like to start like this. All right, and I'm gonna spray it with some sort of cooking spray, some sort of Pam, before I put all the stuff in so it doesn't stick.
You know you could be a bad boy, I could be undone.
Oh, he just fell trying to get on the chair himself. Okay, come here, let me help you. Up, up, up. There you go. Good boy. Oh, get that booty up. Yes, darling, those are for you. Sit. Get that tail in the hole. There you go. That's good boy. All right, I'm gonna spray with some Pam so that my batter doesn't stick. Okay. And I'm just gonna start spooning my batter into each little slot. If you don't have silicone molds, you can obviously just use regular muffin tins. Okay, as you can see, I've filled all my slots here and I still have a little bit left. It won't fill a whole nother, no, sit, down. It won't fill a whole nother pan, but I am gonna get another one out. These actually smell so good. I feel like if you added a little bit of sugar, they would be good for a human too. Sit down. Good boy. That's so nice. All right, I'll give you one more lick of the spoon. Good boy. Good. Okay, so now we're just gonna put these in the oven. I've had it preheating at 375, so they're gonna go in at 375 degrees for 20 to 22 minutes until they're cooked. Smell good, buddy. So this is what they ended up looking like. They're adorable. And now Kobe gets to try one. Isn't that right, buddy? Come on. Come here. You gotta do something for me, though. Sit. Down. Down. Roll over. All the way. Good boy. There you go, buddy.